New at 6 o'clock, a Cincinnati man who has been on death row for more than 15 years will now be granted a new trial.
Lamont Hunter was found guilty of raping and killing his girlfriend's 3-year-old son way back in 2007.
Amber Jayon tells us why that conviction has now been thrown out.
A 3-panel judge found Lamont Hunter guilty back in 2007, saying the evidence showed that 3-year-old Trustin Blue had been raped, shaken, and beaten to death. But now that evidence is being called into question. After re-examining the case, the forensic pathologist who ruled the 3-year-old's death as a homicide now believes the boy's fatal injuries could have been caused by accidentally falling down the stairs. This is video from a court appearance in 2006 after Lamont Hunter was arrested and charged for the death of 3-year-old Trustin Blue. A year later, Hunter was convicted of rape and aggravated murder after prosecutors say Hunter raped and beat the child to death. During trial, Hunter's defense argued that Hunter was babysitting his girlfriend's child when the toddler fell down a flight of stairs. And the injuries to the boy's rectum were likely caused by hospital staff trying to take the toddler's temperature. I spoke with Clyde Bennett II, who was Hunter's attorney at the time.
At trial, we argued the points to the 3-judge panel, the same point and the same reason that his conviction is being set aside. That issue was argued to the court. They just rejected it.
During the appeals process, the Hamilton County deputy coroner who first ruled Trustin's death a homicide now says after re-examining the case, the injuries Trustin suffered could be consistent with falling down the steps, leading to Hunter's conviction being tossed out. During the appeals process, the Hamilton County deputy coroner who first ruled Trustin's death a homicide now says after re-examining the case, the injuries Trustin suffered could be consistent with falling down the steps, leading to Hunter's conviction being tossed out. Bennett says he believes the 3-judge panel let emotions get in the way of a fair ruling.
This was a very horrific, tragic, violent, egregious crime that occurred to a baby. It was depicted that way. So I think over time, when you remove yourself from sympathy, you remove yourself from emotion, and you look at this case on paper in black and white, and you look at it objectively and fairly, there was doubt with respect to whether he did this. And that's why the court set aside the conviction. I'm very joyful and happy for my former client.
The Hamilton County Coroner's Office released a statement after the ruling saying through the federal appeals process, the coroner who originally made the homicide determination and has stood by that determination for 17 years changed her opinion that the cause of death was undetermined. With this change in circumstance, the prosecutor's office understands that a new trial is appropriate. We remain confident in Hunter's conviction and welcome the opportunity to try him again if we must. Hunter is due back in court tomorrow for a hearing scheduled at 11 in the morning. Of course, we will be there. We will keep you up to date with the very latest. Amber Jayon, Fox 19 Now.
Another note from our previous reporting on this case from 2006. At the time, then Hamilton County Prosecutor Joe Dieters told us that the incident that led to the boy's death wasn't the first time Hunter allegedly hurt the boy. In February 2003, Trustin suffered a broken leg while allegedly in Hunter's care. Then in June of 2004, the boy suffered what Dieters referred to as extensive injuries, including injuries to a private area. No charges were filed at the time because his mother refused to cooperate with police. The second incident resulted in a court order prohibiting the boy's mother from leaving the boy in Hunter's care.